Welcome back. I think the last thing did not get too far. It was just discussing, but one thing that happened is that police have to take little bit of action, and the politicians have to be little responsible in what statements they make. So with that thought from the previous this, I would like Gurdas Bab to continue. Gurdas Bab, yes.
Me, what I feel that आमचे राजकारणी लोक आहा न्ही ते कितें स्टेटमेंट करतात आनी ते स्टेटमेंट करना ते विचार करनात कितें जातलो परिणाम पळय तो हो अशें जे राजकारण करतात पळय तांचेर एक्शन जावपाक जाय जालां कितें इफ इट फ्रॉम द रुलींग पार्टी पुलीस हॅव नो गट्स टू टेक एनी एक्शन अगेन्स्ट द रुलींग पार्टी पीपल or leaders or ministers or MLAs because they have to look up their job also. If they take action against some minister, next day they will be transferred to Walpur police station or training center.
Walpur is a good place.
Training center, that is the only punishment posting.
Police training school. And
Yeah.
GRP.
Yeah.
Second posting.
GRP.
So
mostly
they
GRP.
also have. But आता कितें जालां पळय सगळे इन्सिडंट घडटात न्ही ताजेर आमी कितें करतले पुलीस कांय एक्शन घेनात मिनिस्टर किंवा MLA आपले जाय उलयतात आनी कांय लिडर जे अशे आहा जांकां पॉलिटिकली हें घेवपाचें आसता पॉलिटिकल फायदो घेवपाचो आसता पळय पण हे इट इज व्हेरी बॅड फॉर गोवा आदींच गोंयचें नांव बदनाम जालां फाटल्या कांय दिसांनी आनी आमचें सगळें मेन पळय हें आहा तो इज टुरिजम आमचें नांव जर बदनाम जायत गेलें अशें आनी हांगा जर कम्युनल हें जाता अशें डिजास्टर म्हणजे अशें दिसता जाल्यार the tourists who are coming from other states, even foreign people have already reduced.
Yes.
So that will also affect. So म्हाका दिसता की गोंयचें हित सगळें लक्षांत घेवन आमचे जे मिनिस्टर आहात आनी होम मिनिस्टर चड करून होम मिनिस्टर आनी पुलीस दे शूड टेक अ स्टेप सामको स्ट्रॉंग अशें दिवपाक जाय की हांगा कांयच चलचें ना इफ इट फ्रॉम रुलींग पार्टी ऑपोजिशन पार्टी काँग्रेस आप or even RG they make some provocative statement.
Very good.
They should be punished for that. At least they should be put behind the bars 1, 2, 3 days. Now this driver is there for 15 days police judicial custody. He was there for 6 days. Actually accident is accident and it is bailable offence. But he was put 5-6 days in the police custody. Then now he is given judicial custody. So such strong steps will be taken even by judiciary. हे म्हाका दिसता जाल्यार आमी कितें जातलें ना जाल्यार हळूहळू इश्यू पळय आहा न्ही वाडत वतले दॅट इज वॉट आय फील
Yeah. Mohan Bab.
गोंय आतां सावळान म्हळें की अशें पॉलिटिकल बिंग ए स्मॉल स्टेट गोंयांत आमी पळयलात रायट फ्रॉम भाऊसाहेब बांदोडकर टू त्या चवथी चीफ मिनिस्टर जाल्यार पळय खंय प्रत्येकाच्या हातूंत पळयलात ल्हान राज्य आशिल्ल्यान पॉलिटिकल हस्तक्षेप हो जातलोच तो न त्या येदेशे राज्य आमी हांगा मोठ्यान उलयल्यार दुसरे कडेन आयकूंक येता अशा वेळार हस्तक्षेप जावचो ना जावचो न्ही आनी तो अपेक्षीत आसा अपेक्षीत धरचोय न्ही कोणें हें म्हजें मत सरळ स्पश्ट मत पूण अशेय परिस्थितीन कांय ताजेर तोडगो काडूंक येता पॉलिटिशियनांनी मातशें आपलें जें एक म्हणजे वर्तन आसा पळय तें राजकारण्यांनी तें सुदारूंक जाय हस्तक्षेप तुमचो आसात पण तो करतना खंय तरी बाबा आमी खंय भलत्याच वाटेन खंय वतात हाजें भान दवरपाक जाय तें भान आतांचे राजकारणी दवरना आनी हें सामकें स्पश्ट आसा अनेक घटना आसात आतां पळय हें जें आसा पळय एखादो विशय आतां ताणपाक आमी आतां मणिपूरचें उलयतात मणिपूर आतां कोणें ताणला राजकारण्यांनी ताणला तो ताणत पूण इतलें हाजेर प्रमोशन खंयच्या खंय पावलां की आतां तो अरे फुटपाची परिस्थिती पावला असोच जर विशय तुमी ताणत रावले तर तो ताका साहजीक आसा ताका वाटो मेळटली आनी तातूंतल्यान खंय तरी स्फोट जातलो तो स्फोट न जावपाक म्हणजे हस्तक्षेप करचे पेक्षा खंय तरी एक हें करून प्रत्येक गोश्टीक प्रत्येक हें अशें जायनात आतां हाजो सारको विशय संवेदनशील म्हणजे आपले अशे विशय आसा पळय ताजेर उलयतना लोकांनी एक मान दवरूंक जाय की बाबा की आपूण एक उलयता कितें उलयता आतां वास्को त्या हाणें उलयलें पूण ताका खरें कळ आतां पयर एक हाजो एका सोशल वर्कर आनी डॉक्टराचो हें पळयलो ताणें बरोबर सांगलां तें की तुका शिवाजी आयलोच कित्याक थंय हें बरोबर न्ही शिवाजी प्रत्येकाच्या मनां आसा हें आसा पण तुमकां शिवाजी थंय काडपाची गरज ना काढलं जाल्यार व्यवस्थीत काड, अभ्यास करून काड, हें आसूं जाय न्ही. त्या पदार जेन्ना आसता तूं त्या पदावेल्या मनशान ताजेर विचार करूनच उलोवपाक जाय. हें प्रत्येकाक अपेक्षीत आसता, पण तशें जायना आनी तातूंतल्यान कांय गोश्टी अश्यो घडूं शकतात आनी तातूंत राजकारणी मातशें थोडेशें तेल ओतता. सो एक्झॅक्टली पेट्रोल ओतता. सो ह्यो गोश्टी ज्यो आसा पळय राजकारण्यांचेर खूब आसा आनी ह्या देशाक गोंयाक आमी राजकारण्यांनी हस्तक्षेप करचो न्ही जें म्हणटा तें शक्यच ना. आमी पळयत आयिल्ले आसा गेल्ली 50-60 वर्सां. सो तांणी कांय तरी त्यो गोश्टी आपल्या वर्तनांत सुदारपाक जाय. हें वातावरण गोंयचें वातावरण गोंय आमचें कायमचें हें दवरपाक म्हणजे शांत दवरपाक, आमचो धर्मीक एकचार राखपाक, आमी आमचेतलें जें पळय एक हें आसा पळय एक कितें म्हणटा पळय एकामेकां बदली हें आसा तें राखपाक त्या दृश्टीन राजकारण्यांनी काम करूंक जाय. तेन्नाच खंय तरी मातशें तुका हांगा आनी हो जो विशय आसा तो त्या खातीर म्हत्वाचो आनी राजकारण्यांनी तांणी त्या दृश्टीन त्या कडेन पळोवपाक जाय.
Actually, funny that now, for example, the Father Bolmaxa's issue Vasco. In the crowd, ministers, full staff were there. Other two MLAs also people were there. Why? In a mob, what are the politicians, official staff doing? Is my point. What are they doing? Besides the other outfits, which we know, whatever you call them.
They will claim that they were there to calm the
personal
people,
capacity.
to calm the people.
Savard is providing defense, already providing defense. Yeah, but the problem is boils down back to the people who are constitutionally given the responsibility to do this job. What Savard is, you know. For example, Savard also raised this point of the police. You know, police doing its job in a accident case like Banastari or in a murder is a different story. When the police come in the picture in a situation like what we are discussing now, whether it is the Shivaji thing or some other communal thing, their role changes. Their role is different. They have
specified.
Yes.
Exactly.
And to pacify and to bring the there are two things: pacify the warring sections, and the second is to ensure that the law and order situation is maintained for citizens who are not involved in that fight. You got it?
More important.
Okay. So they have multiple roles in this kind of a situation.
Are they qualified? Are they trained?
They are trained. The problem is, are they allowed to do what they would have done if there is no political pressure?
That is our fear.
It is the root of the problem.
Yeah,
no.
That is our fear. Why it can escalate? No,
it is the root of the
problem. We have
elections
elections every year.
Exactly.
Every year.
Exactly.
आता ZP जातले, पंचायत जातली, assembly जातली, आता so every year we have going to face.
So the professionalism in the police force
and among the executive, not among the politicians, in the executive.
See, as far as the executive is concerned, in this kind of situation, who comes into play are the local magistrates. Local magistrates will take the decisions on the basis of the feedback given by the police.
Right.
Who does the magistrate depend on to know what is the situation on the ground? They are not on the ground. They are sitting down in their Mamladar's office or their deputy collector's office.
Yeah.
But what is happening on the ground, they are dependent on the feedback from the police, right? So the police is the one that is the...
Let me interrupt 1 second, then you go back. You know, every evening, the local police stations brief the Mamladars and the collectors. Every evening. Fine. That all those things from the local Mamladars collect, then it goes to the collector. Then the collector briefs the home minister every day. So, I am not willing to accept that they are not aware what the situation is on the ground. Now these things don't boil. Their talks are there and they kuch, catch, then social media and then. So what is the police doing? What is their IB, all those payments? Their salary mein hona kaam karpa?
They are doing their work, but whether
I don't know if they are not aware of what is going to happen. That means they are not doing their job.
Not
Sorry, Ashley.
No. You have misconstrued my statement.
Okay, no, I'm not. I'm just putting
completely.
my 2 bits.
I'll tell you.
I just put my 2 bits in. Sorry.
See, the intelligence reports cannot pinpoint what will happen tomorrow. The problem is when a situation crops up, there are further analysis to be done. Who is involved? Who is backing them? All these analysis the magistrate cannot do. It is the police who gives them feedback to come up with a conclusion. You got the point, what I'm saying. See, there are specific things to be done when situation like this crops up, right? There are preventive detentions that have to be done. You know, like each area has who are the troublesome persons here. They have a list. So when a situation like this happens, like what happened in Wade and Vasco, police should act to take the people who are not already involved there, the troublemakers. They should detain them under there is provision to detain them.
Yeah, disperse.
So all these factors, are they taken into account by the police, and are they doing it, and are they allowed to do it? Because most of these troublesome factors are troublesome characters in particular areas are affiliated to some politician or the other.
So I'm coming back to same thing. See, धरून चलूया की जे किती घडटा पळय आता ते इंटेन्शनली घडटा का विदाउट इंटेन्शन घडटा असं समजून घेऊया. बट जेव्हा तू हांवें मेन्शन केलं अबाउट सुभाष फडणवीस स्टेटमेंट, सी ही इज होल्डिंग अ कॉन्स्टिट्युशनल पोझिशन.
Correct. That's my point.
So when he makes
That's what I mean
statements, so what when he makes statements, see, there are his followers. तो हे म्हणून माझी कशी आहे की जे कोण कॉन्स्टिट्युशनल पोझिशन किंवा तसे ऑफिसर म्हणटा पळय, दे शूड ऑलवेज एन्श्युअर दॅट स्टेटमेंट्स आर नॉट बींग मेड टू इन्स्टिगेट, म्हणजे कोणा इन्स्टिगेट जातले अशे तरेचे स्टेटमेंट करप जायना. सेकंड थिंग, जेन्ना गोंया सारक्या स्टेटीन कम्युनल जेन्ना टेन्शन जातली तेन्ना जे सावळ बाबा म्हणले ऑब्वियसली ट्युरिजमाचो इम्पॅक्ट जातलो. आणि ट्युरिजम मिन्स इकॉनॉमी म्हणजे कशें जातलें की जो मनीस म्हणजे गांवांत रावता पळय ताका बाबडा कांय खबर ना कितें घडटा तें, बट ही वील बी ऑल्सो इम्पॅक्टेड. कारण तुजी इकॉनॉमी हे जातली न्हू. फाल्यां तो आपलो पोट भरतालो पळय, म्हणजे विदावट ताका कांयच खबर ना जगात कितें घडटा तें, बट अल्टिमेटली मागीर तो इम्पॅक्ट जातलो न्हू. सो म्हणून जे कॉन्स्टिट्युशनल पोझिशन घेवन बस आसता पळय तेणी इतली एन्श्योर करपा जाय की आपूण जें कितें उलयतलो पळय ताका लागून बाकीचे लोक इन्स्टिगेट जावचे ना. कळ्ळें न्हू. सेकंड थिंग अबाउट पुलीस ही सेड एक्झॅक्टली पुलीस हे इंटेलिजन्स आय बी रिपोर्ट तो कितें आसता की आयज सिट्युएशन ग्रावंडाचेर कितें आसा तें ब्रीफ करपाचें न्हू. फाल्यां कितें जातलें ते कोण मेजर घेवपाचें. पॉसिबिलिटीज मॅजिस्ट्रेट हॅज ऑलवेज सी दॅट पॉसिबिलिटीज कितें जावं शकता ते. पण ही जी सगळी इन्सिडंट सद्याचे आमी जे डिस्कशन करता पळय, ओवरऑल पळयलें जाल्यार इट इज नॉट इन द म्हणजे इंट्रस्ट ऑफ गोवा. हें जर कंटिन्यू उरलें फुडें अशे तरेचे जायना. हय हय. म्हणून आमी सगळ्यांची कलेक्टीव रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, फॉरगेट अबाउट पॉलिटिशियन ऑफिसर्स, इवन आमी जर्नलिस्ट म्हणून बाकीच्यान सुद्दां, की आमी वी हॅव टू एन्श्युअर दॅट हे परत जावपाक जायना. कळ्ळें तुका न्हू. सो आमी आतां पळय जेन्ना आमी बाजारान मार्केटान वयतले तेन्ना तरेतरेचे लोक धंदे घेवन बसले आसा. थंय आमकां कांय आमी सगळ्याचें हें घेता ना. तूं तेन्ना ते पॉयंट आउट करता की बाबा तूं हो करिना न्हू.
But Zoirubab, the thing is that in many places where these things have happened, like in Haryana and all, there is a direct boycott of certain communities. That should not happen in Goa, no?
त्या मानान आमी
That is why we should not allow it to. Yeah.
दॅट इज तीच आमची आयडेंटिटी न्हू. आमी केन्ना इतले एग्रेसिव्ह नासलेत ना, आयजूय ना तशें पळोवपाक गेल्यार. आतां पळय उदक पडलें कोण तरी भायले येवन जर एक करता जाल्यार इट इज ड्युटी ऑफ द पुलीस.
That also is like there is also what happens in this baile. It is an excuse. Like for example, minister say, कोण गोंयचे चोर ना सगळे भायले, गोंयचे ड्रग पेडलर ना सगळे भायले, गोंयचे ड्रग एडिक्ट ना. सो दॅट इज एन एक्सक्यूज. वेल एक्चुअली आय डोंट नो.
हय, नांव पिड्याचं गोंयचे
सगळ्यात महत्वाचें गोंयचे लोक पिवन दस्ता केन्ना पडना अशें म्हणटात. सामकें नेटान सांगता लोक.
इज नॉट ट्रू, बट
इट्स नॉट ट्रू. सेकंडली अबाउट ते पुलीस इंटेलिजन्स म्हणटा पळय,
बानास तरीच पळय न्हू.
बाबा ते पुलीस इंटेलिजन्स न्ही. आय हॅव बीन वर्किंग इन दीस प्रोफेशन फॉर लास्ट एटलीस्ट 48 इयर्स. स्पेशल बंदचे लोक असतात पळय ते आमकां फोन करून अजून म्हाका फोन येतात.
येस,
तूं कितें खबर आहा काय, मम्मी कितें चल्लां काय म्हण.
हे सगळे आमी सगळ्यान एक्सपिरियन्स घेतलाय.
हय, तांचे इंटेलिजन्स आहा पळय ते कशे असले ते आमी एक अंदाज
हांव तुका एक्झाम्पल बाळ्ळी जेन्ना गुटाचें एक्सिडेंट जाल्लें पळय, आय वॉज अ पार्ट ऑफ दॅट बिकॉज बींग अ पार्ट ऑफ कम्युनिटी. पुलीस म्हणजे ते म्हाका कॉल करताले ते केन्ना मिटींग कितें हे ते म्हाका सांग. हांव जेन्ना तितून भितर आसा हांव कितें सांगता आमचें इंटेन्शन केन्ना नासलें की ते वायलंट हें करचें म्हणून, बट वी वर प्लॅनिंग. तो म्हाकाच विचारतालो.
Even they are phoning me. That is there.
आणि ते ऍक्च्युली तू म्हणता ट्रेंड म्हणून ते
No, but don't think.
CIs and all. We are not the CIs. Yeah.
Don't think that is the only thing that the intelligence does. That
Yeah.
calling press and getting
Correct,
the
correct.
information.
That's
That is not the
correct.
only thing they do. That is part of their job. I mean, and it's not that all journalists cooperate with them. There are a lot of journalists don't cooperate with them for whatever reasons.
Yeah, well,
Coming back,
yeah,
like,
sorry.
just give me a
Okay.
minute with
Yeah,
this.
Sure.
Now we have discussed politicians and police. Okay.
And press, he also
No,
brought up.
press
also.
always there are four.
He brought up.
There are four. There are four P's that people say are always involved in most of the problems.
Confused आवाज.
Politicians, police, priests, and media, press. Four. And exactly that is what is happening today.
तू म्हणता जाल्यार actually.
Yeah, it is true because they are
हे
influential
अर्थातच
people.
सगळ्यात
These
महत्वाचा
three
रोल तर
P's-
प्रेसाकूच करचो पडटलो हातूंत.
These
It
three,
is,
there is a role for the media to play also.
Yeah.
We have to
Exactly.
filter stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
We cannot just keep aggravating the situation.
That also anyway training, because many, okay, today maybe the some of the people who enter the media are a little bit of trained, or the senior people trained. Tell me one thing, many of these things in our profession, they are taught to use the phone. They are not taught to do anything. Put press button, dump.
No, now what has happened is also you with so many social media platforms available.
Yeah.
Anybody is putting up stuff
Anything.
up
And
on the
only
social
small
media, and it
clips.
is in the public domain.
And it's small
Okay,
things.
but that is fine. That is that is the reality of today's world. We can't fight social media. Social media is the reality of today's world. But the media, the formal media, you know,
Mainstream media.
mainstream media, when we choose who to contact for a statement on these particular things, we have to make sure that we choose the right person. That is our
Right.
job. That
Yes,
is the
yes,
job of the journalist.
yes.
We cannot just, you know, like for example, when this Ballmax situation happened, I don't see any reason, absolutely, for the media to go to Professor Wellinger for a reaction.
No.
Who is Wellinger? Even his own RSS has thrown him out. So what locus standi does he have to give a reaction to Ballmax's statement? I mean, these kind of decisions, the media, responsible media has to take of who to choose.
Responsibility, at least the senior guy.
Exactly.
See, where
Who to choose to make the statement.
But when there is a media house, then editor astolo.
Exactly.
There are some channels.
That's what I'm saying. Those
Mobile
social
ghata
media
nahi
channels,
karta.
those social media channels, we cannot control.
See,
But I'm talking of the mainstream
Mainstream
media.
media.
See, the
you know?
television channel, the first television channel I think was by
Yes.
Vaman Bab. But Vaman Bab, did you ever think आता इथले जातले ते सगळं फोन चॅनल झाले म्हणून
हे
you
सांगतात
started
ते
a-
काय
I
ते,
don't know, you
yeah.
started an explosion.
Yeah.
तुम्ही स्टार्ट केला एक्सप्लोजन.
I was the
First,
pioneer of this thing. Exactly. पण 20-22 वर्सांचे पण जाला पळय आता खंयच्या खंय पावला.
The point I am saying is, if Professor Wellinger was part of the organization of Shiv Premis, he was the office bearer, then go to him. No issue.
There is no organization.
There is an
नाही हांगा
organization.
कितें जाता
There are 2-3 organizations.
राजकीय
There
There
are
are committees in certain villages.
whatever. He was
Most
not
of them
connected.
are- Most of the guys have come out.
See,
PHP,
see,
Bajrang Dal,
see.
all those.
No, the point I am trying to make is,
So,
the individual selected has to have some locus standi in the issue.
Fair enough. Yeah, Mama.
आज संबंध म्हणजे आणि सांगलं तशें की किपींग इन मायंड की गोवा इज बिंग स्टेट टुरिजम स्टेट सगळे जावपाकूच जाय हाजे बद्दल. आनी खंय आज गोंयाक तुका पेडण्या टू काळवार पर्यंत बस संबंद रस्त्याचेर आज हें दिसतात म्हाका ल्हान घुमटी दिसतल्यो, ल्हान हें क्रूज दिसतले. एक गव्हर्मेंट हाजेर लक्ष दवरूंक शकता नेवर. सो कोणी दवरपाक जाय हातूंत हे अशे परिस्थिती जर फाल्यां कितें जालें दीस यू हॅव टू बी व्हेरी म्हणजे विजील तुका असं रावपाक जाय. त्या गव्हर्मेंटाची जबाबदारी आसाच म्हणटा हांव, नाच म्हणून न्ही. पण त्या दृश्टीन ह्यो ज्यो अश्यो जी पळय जी येता म्हणजे आड वाटेन येता पळय ती खंयच्या तर ताका वेगळें वळण मेळूं नजो. हें वळण थंयच कट करूं जाय. इतली सरकारान दखल घेवपाकूच जाय. आणि प्रत्येक बाबतींत प्रत्येकान उलयतना प्रत्येकान हें आसतना थंय ताजेर हें करचें. गोंयांत आपल्या ह्या देशा हातूंत आपली जी इतल्या वर्सांची हें आसा शांतता आसा ती प्रेस्टर कशी जातली, कशी उरतली हाजे फुडें. आनी गोंयचें नांव फुडें कशें तशेंच उरतलें हें ही जबाबदारी जशी तांणी सांगलें प्रेसाची जबाबदारी आसा, प्रत्येक इंडिविज्युअलाची आसा, प्रत्येकाची जबाबदारी आसा, ती पाळोवंकूच जाय.
जेन्ना हो इश्यू आमी डिस्कस जाता तेन्ना रिस्पॉन्सिबल मिडियाचं एक्चुअली सांगलां इट्स व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. बट थिंग इज दॅट हांव सांगता वॉमन बाबा पायनर म्हणटा इट्स अ फॅक्ट इलेक्ट्रॉनीक मिडियान. पूण आयज इतलें जाल्या सांगता कशें ना कितें जाता सांगता हांव एक वॉट्सॅपाचो तूं आयकना
स्मार्टफोन
न्हू ग्लॅन आयक एक वॉट्सॅपाचो मेसेज येता सीएम वॉन्ट यू बाय इट इन 5 minutes आनी कोण इन 5 minutes अरे आनी ते धांवता हय न्हू ते धांवता उरले कोण आमी कुशीन उरले मिनिस्ट्री मिडिया तांकां इम्पॉर्टन्स हांव इम्पॉर्टन्स दिना अशें ना 5 minutes हांव खंय आसा एक पोजिशन आहा आनी तशें हांव धांवपाचो 5 minutes इट्स व्हेरी रॉंग न्हू. बरें हे जे आतां लोक आयज असले रिलिजियस कम्युनल हेचेर सगळे रस्त्यार येता पळय हो ग्रूप येयलो मागीर तो ग्रूप येता पळय गोंयांत कितले इश्यू आसा सोशल इश्यूज त्या इश्यूच्या रस्त्यार कित्याक येनाय लोक कित्याक येना सांग म्हाका न्हू खरें तुमकां आसा गोंयची काळजी आसा त्या इश्यूच्या रस्त्याचेर
विशय घेतलेल्या लोक तुका हे मेळना न्ही
मायलेज मेळना
मिनिमम 1000 लोक जर तुझे हे पळयना खंय कांय मेळना. सो दे डू इट फॉर मेकिंग मनी ऑल्सो.
Who? You're talking about the media or the people?
Media
the
also.
groups.
Those
Smartphone people.
Smartphone people is talking about.
No, I'm not स्मार्टफोन अशें म्हणना तुका इवन लोकांकच म्हणटा हय. आतां मादईचो इशू
मादे कोणूच
अजून मादईचो इशू अजून थंड जालो ना सेम हे आसा.
But nobody is interested.
एक्झॅक्टली हे लोक रस्त्यार आमी केन्ना पळोवना हे जे आतां ह्या कामाक रस्त्यार येता पळय रोखडे धांवन हे जाता तेन्ना ते लोक केन्ना पळोवना.
See, but Gurudas Bab, what, and actually to a certain extent, for me, it is what? It is a trend. It is happening as a trend. Like, okay, Manipur, whatever, anybody can say, community, religion, whatever it is. Then from there, Haryana, see, then many parts in UP, law and order is there, as well as issues wherein wherein the people are not, the law, what do you say, the law people who are supposed to do to handle law are not handling. See, the people who are guilty, who are provocated, they sotta, as long as they are in power. If the government changes, then the other people are supposed. Ultimately, governments have to realize that to eyes to falya ani kon government atlo. It's happened in Karnataka, it's happened in many places. But this trend is bad, is my point. So now, even if a state like Goa, there can be such issues. And actually, I don't know if you've seen Gurudas Bab or Soiru or have you listened to the statements on TV?
That is very
have you listened to that? Aika, listen to the statement. It looks like they're going to kill somebody. No, you tell me. Even that accident.
That is what
you tell me. And then the cops are lying. No, we went here. Arre? See, that means police
Berat na konak.
कितें जालां पळय गव्हर्मेंट हॅज टू बी व्हेरी फर्म.
It has to be.
खंयचें सरकार आसूं तें सरकारान एक बाबा हें आमी आतां अलावड करचें ना म्हणून.
Another thing, Gurudas Bab, sorry.
Yeah.
For example, suppose if it's a caste basis also. If like X, if the minister is a Maratha, he will support this.
Yeah.
If he's this,
That
he will
is what
support that. Then what
Yes,
is going to
Allah
happen?
Sadhya.
What is going to happen? It's going to create a problem.
Problem.
इवन एक्सिडेंट ते जाले न्ही एक्सिडेंट एक समाज आहा पळय ते गेले की आमच्या गांवच्यान मेल्ल्यात
झालं नो इट वेंट दॅट वे मीच मारला म्हणून कोण नोबडी इज टॉकिंग या सॉरी
पण कितें जालां पळय आतां आमचें सरकार पळय आसता न्ही तें पळयता आतां म्हापशा तिगांक अरेस्ट केल्या तांकां जर इफ दे आर रियली इनवॉल्व बिकॉज इट इज नाव इनिशिएटीव न्ही काय वेळा पुलीस कितें करता कोणाक अरेस्ट करतात अरेस्ट मागीर वातावरण थंड जाता न्ही तें तशें जावंक शकता
Could be that.
जावपाक जायना न्ही
पण तांकां जर एकदां मातशी कितें मातशी शिक्षा बरी जायत कडक जायत तर नोबडी डेअर टू
नोबडी एल्स विल डू इट
म्हाका तर दिसता की तेंच्यांनी प्लॅन बी करून कांय करूं ना पण कधी मस्ती तांचें मेन रिजन कितें आहा तें सोदून काडूं पुलिसांनी आनी ते लोकांक सांगूंक जाय.
Also, these whatever these statues and all are being statues and all which are being, they have to be Shivaji Maharaj is a great man. He has to be taken care of properly. See that statue in Mapsa.
No,
and within 2 hours they got a new statue. That is another.
शिवाजी महाराजाचा स्टॅच्यू तुका 10 वर्सां आज मेळटा.
Yeah, but
Because that is
you have
what
to put it properly, make a something.
बट वॉट आय फील इज तुम्ही आमचे हे स्टॅच्यूचेर पुतळ्याच्या
शिवाजी
राजकारणात
म्हणतो प्रत्येकाचो घ्या न्ही
पुतळ्याचे एक
घरांत असं पळय काय आता तुम्ही हांगा वचत जाल्यार म्हणजे सुभाष फळदेसाचे घराटेन गेल्यात केदो व्हडलो शिवाजीचो पुतळो आसा.
नो आमी हे पुतळ्याचे स्टॅच्यूचे राजकारण
म्हणटा तुका भितर आसा न्ही
आमी
प्रत्येक
स्टॅच्यूचे राजकारण करचे परस म्हाका दिसता जे आमचे छत्रपती शिवाजी महाराज किंवा बाकी लिडर जावन गेले तांचे विचार आमी आपण जर केले जाल्यार दॅट इज फायन. बरें तुमकां जर हांव पयलीं म्हणलें करपाक जाय म्हाका जर घालपाक जाय जाल्यार आय हॅव टू टेक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. आमी 10-15 लोक येता कमिटीक आमी वी वील टेक केअर ऑफ दॅट इन्क्लुडिंग सीसीटीव्ही कळ्ळें. अशें कर ना जाल्यार डेप्युटेकर म्हणून यू शूड नॉट अलाव देम. जबाबदारी घेता दी तूं हे करतलो फाल्यां तो एबंडन सुट्टलो आनी फाल्यां म्हणटलो कोणी कितें केलें म्हणून इट कॅनॉट बी हॅपन.
Anyway, so basically what they are saying is, what all the panel is saying is that this is not such a big issue if there is a will. First law and order.
Yes.
First law and order.
Yeah.
Actually, see, this law and order issues. I know I'm changing it little bit though, little bit to Manipur here. I was shocked last time also I brought it up. I was shocked when the Manipur police for 90 days who could not do anything file a FIR against the army.
Yeah.
When last time when one of the people who had gone to Manipur, they're saying that the various warring factions, they hire women to stop the army to go into other things. He's come and said this on record.
तातूंतल्यान इतल्यो स्टोरी आयिल्ल्यो आसा जाणा तूं.
Yeah. So the police file this against the army means, and the local the government, which is the BJP government, they are supports the police म्हणजे
बैठ्यांनी कुकीज आसा पळय अशी परिस्थिती आसा थंय लग्न जाल्ली 8-10 वर्सांची दोगांची भितर ती आशिल्ली वेवस्थीत पण जेन्ना हो इन्सिडेंट जालो पळय तेन्ना ताचे बायले मारले कुकी म्हणून. सो दॅट इज वॉट हॅपन म्हणजे.
Yeah, but if the cops could not do anything, then they are not allowing the army also to do anything. Like, I also agree. Within 2-3 days, the army is given a free hand sorted करतात. Police could not do for 90 days. आणि तुम्ही आम्ही कोता म्हणून. This is the most ridiculous thing I have seen. That means the political forces are not allowing.
तांचे आणि एक कारण असू शकता की 90 डेज तुका नेट तांचे हे आशिल्लें पळय इंटरनेट इट वॉज टोटली हे दॅट वॉज द वन ऑफ तांचे हे आसा पळय रिजन आसा की तांचे पर्यंत पावना शेवटी तो
No, all the FIRs and all were filed in May, but no action was taken.
FIR was filed exactly. पण तुका हे पळय व्हिडिओ पळय आयला पळय मागीर
That is because of but if that means if the videos had not come, no action would have been taken.
हे म्हाका थंय दिसता if video had not become,
No action would have been taken.
No action would have taken.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
that is politics comes back into the
एक्झॅक्टली सारखे
See,
थंय
for
जाता
example,
जाल्यार
I feel even the FIR is politics. So the army cannot.
No.
sort
What I
the
meant by
matter.
politics is, see, if the same thing had happened in a non-BJP state, non-BJP governed state, the state government would have been dismissed long ago.
Immediately.
Long ago.
Immediately. Okay. Anyway, leaving the politics of, we will discuss the politics of elections little later. Now, this is an issue that I think we need to be a little, we need to be cautious because I don't think I've seen what happens in parts of Margaon. This suddenly things flare up within, and it can easily happen anywhere if the government is seen to be weak and allowing certain lumpen elements across communities, across regions to take an upper hand. If they, I think possibly there are. I hope it doesn't because in that case tourism is the first thing that's going to get affected, and that is I think what 50-60% of the people are going to get very badly affected, and government also will get affected in many ways. Thanks Vaman Bab, thanks Soiru Bab, Ashley, thank you. Gurudas Bab, thank you, and keep watching Goa 365.